Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Draven's continuing adventures into the Iliac Bay. In the last video, I stated that I would go to Daggerfall Tower, which is located in the island of Belfiera. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I just want to get rid of some clothing and some ingredients. So let's go to the general store here and remove all this clothing that I have in the wagon. It's just way too much of a waste of space. Also, we're going to take these rations and ingredients. We're going to keep the rations because we're going to need them for the dungeon, just in case something goes wrong. And in Daggerfall dungeons, they typically do. Some Khajiit suits, I don't think we need that many. Long skirt of undeniable access, that we're going to keep. The real Baron Zaya, that we're going to sell, because I don't want to read about Baron Zaya's scandalous life. And it's not just the Khajiit incident, there's a few other things there. Baron Zaya is a terrible woman, and but she's not worth talking about. Especially not in Draven's eyes. So let's sell this clothes. We don't need it, not that much. And the book about Baron Zaya. No, I want the lantern. The cloak. And we might need to buy another camping kit, because the camping kits tend to break, and we don't want that to happen in the dungeon. An adamantium broadsword, not bad. A camping supply, there we go. And I think that's it, right? Will he buy... I don't think he'll buy ingredients, right? I should have checked. No, he won't. So I think we have to find an alchemist who will buy the ingredients. Alright, so hello, my friend. Alchemist. Vintage Alchemical Solutions. And he pointed it on the map. Let's see exactly where it is. Maybe I should have read his description. Okay, here it is. It's all the way to the east. And then, as soon as we hit the wall, we have to go south. I hate getting stuck in the water. And then, after we sell those ingredients, we will go to Daggerfall Tower. And just hope for the best. Hope that the dungeon isn't a sprawling mess that is going to drive us insane. As they typically do. Vintage. Okay, this is perfect. Alright, let's get rid of all of this. It takes way too much space. I think I'm going to stop taking ingredients because they just overrun the inventory, and honestly, we're not getting a lot for them. I also think it's about time I start reading some of the books. Because they sell for a lot, but I want to see what their stories are about before I get rid of them. So let's go to Daggerfall Tower. This should be it. 11 days, not too bad. Jumping has improved. Dry bones are littered everywhere. The air is still and oppressive. An animal carcass can be seen ahead. Could be wild animals that just had a meal, or maybe something else. Proceed with caution, yes. Just in case it's a werewolf or some other type of nasty. Look at this scenery here. It'd be more beautiful if it wasn't raining, but it's still beautiful. And it's not just raining, there's a thunderstorm. Look at this tower. I mean, not this tower. This towering mountain. Look at them. All the mountains are towering into the sky, and it's just really majestic. I actually want to go atop the tower. So let's cast Levitate. And this is why they should put back Levitate in the newer Elder Scrolls games. Look at this scenery. Look at the mountains, the rain hitting everywhere. I see the little outline of trees. Does anybody else see that? Look at that. And there's like another mountain over there. There's like a heavy fog rolling over the forest. And it's just really majestic looking. It's very nice. It paints a picture that's very realistic in my mind. Almost, I know this is going to sound weird, almost more realistic than something you'd see in Skyrim, even though Skyrim has better graphics and so forth. It's just hard to explain. I don't know how to explain it, but, well, at least at the moment, I write better than I talk. But yeah, that's what I see for me. It's very nice. But Draven is starting to suffer, like always, and I guess we're going to take this alternate entrance. We're going to cast Recall here. There we go. We're going to anchor it, and let's see what's in these what's in this dungeon. Maybe we could rest here. Doesn't seem like we can. Wow, we're already getting attacked. We didn't even finish casting the spell. But it's just a skeleton, so there's no worries. There we go. And I see a Daedra Seducer from here, and I don't want to fight her. Maybe we could get some rest here without getting ambushed. Dodging has increased. That is a ghost. Let's fireball him to his doom. And, of course, a Daedra Seducer is laughing like a creep, and she is doomed. Perfect. And a Daedra Heart, some... As a matter of fact, I said I wouldn't take the ingredients. Let's just drop them. There we go. And let's cast Recall here. The spell was absorbed. Fantastic. Alright. Let's fireball these vampires. Or you know what? We could handle them with the Warhammer, right? There we go. Come on. She likes to dodge quite a bit. But I want to level up Draven's blunt weapon skills. Okay, she's too powerful. I think it's obvious we need to fireball her to her doom. There we go. A map. A map to what? The scrap of parchment shows the location of the Vojrahath nest. You record it on your map. Maybe they will have something good there, right? Maybe not. Another ghost, really, and he just got one-shotted by Draven's Warhammer. This seems to be a switch, so let's see what it does, and another vampire. This place is infested. We don't have enough spell points for Fireball, really? Oh, no, we do. What did we cast before? Was it Cure Poison, maybe? Since it's right above it? What is that? Is that another vampire? This place is infested with vampires. I know we're supposed to talk to Lysandus' lover here. How she lives here is anyone's guess. Yeah, it's just anyone's guess. Look at this. It's mayhem. And we have been silenced. We pacified the Wraith. That is majestic. Follow me. Look at this! We have acquired a Wraith. This is brilliant. This is fantastic. Draven has a friend Wraith. I mean, don't they do necromancy all the time in Morrowind, or... Like, I don't know, but... help me, please. Handle her. Because we are about to die. There we go. You are my best friend. And she really didn't have anything that was good. And she opened a secret passage for us. Come on. You slept very poorly. Yes, I know. There we go. You are my best friend. What can I call you? What is your name? I know what to give him. Mr. Spooky. Yes, his name is Mr. Spooky. And, he's Draven's newest friend. You know, there was Redford, there was a lot of them, but Mr. Spooky's the new one. Let's make another save here. Just in case something goes wrong. They always do. And let's see what there is in this hallway. This is a torture room. Okay. Let's not... I believe that's a teleporter. In the last dungeon, it wasn't. But let's not go there yet. You know, it might work in this dungeon. Some stairs. Okay, he's no longer interested. I don't want to cast Fireball. Mr. Spooky has fallen in battle. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. We just became friends. How did that happen? Oh, it was very short-lived. That's kind of depressing, really. I was hoping me and Mr. Spooky would just walk into town, get out of this dungeon alive. Can we be friends? No, he's not interested. He's not as tender as Mr. Spooky. Okay, so he's dead. And we need to figure out exactly where we are going, because I don't know. That was quick. That was a one-shot wonder. And this must be a teleporter, right? Yes. There is a vampire here. Let's not chance it. Because look at how much stamina she took from us. Orc's blood. Some gold. Nothing really of interest. What killed him? A roaming monster, but his stamina was up. That's a little bit strange, right? That doesn't really seem to make any sort of sense at all. Well, in any case, at least we have Mr. Spooky back. Maybe he could help with, Let's just go to the teleporter and fight that vampire. Alright, was it this teleporter? No, that's Mr. Spooky. I don't want to hurt him. It's just that he was in my face. At least we get him back from dying. There's that wraith. Come on, Mr. Spooky. I want you to survive. Come on. Stay dead. There we go. Don't get in the way when I'm swinging the Warhammer. It's very dangerous. Come on. Handle her. Because she seems to be my doom. There we go. Some nice... There we go. A Warhammer to the face. And that fixes the issue. That was a spell we narrowly evaded. Let's use the skirt here. This is just a strange room, an underwater sort of library. Come on. There we go. I think Mr. Spooky killed him. And it's another teleporter behind this shelf. Maybe we could take it, or maybe we might need to push a switch of some sort. There it is. I just had that feeling. We probably could go back to the pyramid room, but I for some reason don't feel like there's actually anything here, and it's just meant to lead us astray. So I kind of don't want to go there. I just have that gut feeling. So this is the teleporter. And I wonder how Lysandus' ex-lover lives here. There's just way too much going on. It does not unlock. There we go. We use the skirt. And let's create another save. There we go. Just in case something happens. Maybe we should rest on some of these beds. You eat some rations. Should we go through the teleporter or go down? I'm not sure. For now, we'll just go down and be aware of where the teleporter is. This could get tricky. You're a Nightblade. Okay. Mr. Spooky, don't get in the way when I'm swinging a hammer. Be careful. King Edward. We'll take it. The Asylum Ball. I believe we have that book already. And this is what it did. It led us in a circle. So I was correct. I just had a feeling this was gonna happen. I hear a vampire, and I don't think I want to deal with a vampire just at this moment. Mr. Spooky, where did you go? Mr. Spooky's in combat. Okay. I wonder if I could tell him to do anything. Right? What is your name? My name is Mr. Spooky. Don't attack anything. Yeah, I just want you to survive. Let them focus on me. I think that's what we're gonna do here. I want Mr. Spooky to come with me in town and live a lavish life. You know, he doesn't deserve to be in a depressing dungeon. Mr. Spooky, I just told you to keep some distance. Let's see if we can find... Hold on. Of course, and after we had pacified the... Okay, he's dealing some damage to us. Let's retreat. We have been led astray. We need to find the teleporter. I believe it was down here. Of course not. We need to keep running because we can't cast heal just yet. We are lost. This might be it. Can we heal? Perfect. Is that Mr. Spooky? Yes. Of course he has no items to sell. I just wanted to ask that. Enemies? What enemies? A vampire? Maybe we can handle her easily. Yes, we did. 400 and something gold pieces. And it's another teleporter. The lock clicks open. Follow me? No? Well, do you have anything for sale? No, okay. Well, at least we could, not fight her, which is the bonus of all this. What is with these wraiths? Hold on. Which one is Mr. Spooky? Yes, I know it... Okay. I don't want to attack him. There we go. The wraith is dead. Let's heal. I think this is the next teleporter, right? We could use the chair. No, a vampire just died. Wait, what was that? The chair just levitated. Necromancy, stealth, backstabbing, blunt weapon, and critical strike. That's brilliant. Perfect. Alright. Let's handle this mummy, or maybe he could be in our gallant band of undead heroes. And, he sealed his fate. I accidentally took some blood there. I want to give it back. But I guess for now it doesn't matter. I'm wondering if we are heading the right place. I'm just taking teleporter after teleporter and hoping that we are heading in a direction that is agreeable. Because I honestly don't know. Let's see my stats here. They're not too bad at the moment. Okay. So, let's see what's behind this door. It doesn't unlock. Let's use the skirt. And here's another teleporter. I'm hoping we'll find Baron Zaya's... Well, not Baron Zaya. King Lysandus' lover soon enough. Come on. No, she's not interested. I want to cast Fireball, but Mr. Spooky doesn't move out of the way. And he's making this a bit problematic. There we go. Wow, she is dealing some decent damage. I don't know if we can handle her without the spells. Maybe we can. She's taking a lot of hits. Come on. Oh, good God. Yeah, I figured that's what was gonna happen. We should have saved. I feel like we're going in the right direction, though. Right? That's what we're doing. Okay, so let's open this. And then we have to go inside here, right? And you know what? Here's this is where she was originally from, right? She was sleeping in this bed. We are fighting her a lot easier now. Look at that. Draven is angry now. Right? Come on, there we go. A nice golden shirt, but she didn't have anything of value. Maybe we could rest in the bed for the extra. There we go. Lockpicking has improved. Great. And that's another teleporter. Mr. Spooky, please just move out the way. I don't want to hurt you. But some of these battles we need to cast Fireball. And I figured that's what was going to happen. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Spooky. I am so sorry. It was tragic. But at least we put him at peace. Right? It was very tragic, though. Very, very tragic. And this leads us to nowhere. He was getting in our way. Like, quite, like... Honestly, maybe it was better we told him to attack. I don't know. Now, we've gone through several teleporters, and now I'm starting to think that we are heading in a full circle. Yeah, we are. Maybe there's a way to get that latch door open. And is that another Daedrus Seducer? What tried to attack us? Man, I really wanted Mr. Spooky to survive the entire dungeon, but I don't think it was possible. If he attacks, he dies. If he doesn't get out the way, he dies. What was I supposed to do? There's something behind this wall. I'm pretty sure of it. Let's cast Recall here, just to be double sure. And let's see if we can somehow get that latch open. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to open. Okay, maybe it's in here? No, it actually teleported us. That's kind of strange. I would assume, right, that she would be at the top of the tower. Lysandus's exiled lover. But you can't really be too sure, right? Because why is there a latch that leads under? There's some gates here. As a Nightblade, we can handle her quite easily. And we pacified her, but we killed her anyway. That's not what we wanted to do. Fool's Ebony. I wonder what's that book about? And here's a tomb. Okay, let's go back. Let's cast Recall. Here we go again. Let's anchor here. I feel like there's a few doors that we didn't investigate quite properly. That tried to trap us. I don't trust that. Right, so what are we missing? There's a door. Let's jump over there. Let's not get hurt. Perfect. It does not unlock. Let's use the skirt. And that's a switch. Perfect. So what does that do at this moment? Well, I see now that the latch is open. I'm thinking we should go to the latch. And the spell is starting to fail, but from this height, I don't think it's very deadly. Yeah, Draven didn't even take any damage. So let's jump down. That is a problem. That's a lich. Let's relax. Let's fly back up. And let's handle this with magic, because that seems very, very dangerous. Streetwise, destruction, and mysticism. Another vampire. Come on. So you had some gold, a map. The Cathedral of Jubith. You record it on your map. That sounds very... Who is Jubith, and why is there a cathedral? Is that some sort of saint? Something? You know, I doubt that there's really lore behind it. But I've always imagined as Elder Scrolls as like one of those worlds where there's just way too much going on, and some of it just isn't covered. Like, officially. I used to write Elder Scrolls fanfiction, and I would come up with areas that seemed lore-friendly, but they just weren't mentioned anywhere else. But, yeah, anyway, enough of that. But, yeah, hopefully the cathedral has some good stuff. Let's... Hold on, actually. We didn't save before we fought this Fiend of Doom. Because if he's a lich, he's going to provide some problems. And we don't want to die and get set back. Let's cast Fireball. I think that should fix most of the problems. A Warhammer to the face is good too. He just won't die. Yeah, this is dangerous. There we go. He almost killed us, like I assumed he would. And look at this. There's something going on down there. One vampire, and maybe spell swords or night blades. But I'm hoping with this view that maybe we could catch a glimpse of Lysandus' lover, right? There's a wraith, and I'm pretty sure he sees us. There's a room with parchment and some blue banners. Now, I know we're not supposed to see this, but let's use it to our advantage. Man, this looks complex. There's a room. Have we been to that room? I don't know. I don't think we have. We might have. I'm losing it with this dungeon, honestly. Yeah, we were in there, weren't we? Yeah. There's an... Hold on, let's turn the map 3D. We've been to the water room, right? We've been to the pyramid room. We didn't explore all of it, though. For some reason, it looks quite different from here. Maybe, again, I'm just losing my mind. Is that her? I see a woman there, and there's a banner there. I don't know if that's her. If so, how are we supposed to get there? It'd be funny if that we have to go back to the pyramid room, and that was the exact way that we were supposed to head the entire time. Man, this is somewhat perplexing. Let's get some rest. You eat some rations, he slept poorly. I'm gonna try to make my way back to the pyramid room. For some reason, I feel like now that we have some sort of awareness, that is exactly where we were supposed to go. And we had just missed the opportunity, right? Unfortunately, there's no treasure here, which is what I was looking for. Anyway, let's get some rest on this bed. How many hours? No, not 5. Maybe 9, because Draven needs the rest. We can get that, we can get the rest boost. Running, okay. We can make a save now. And we're just randomly naming these saves, because I really believe Daggerfall needs a quick save function. I hear a vampire, right? Is this the way to the pyramid room? No, it's not. So let's turn around and go through the teleporter. Will you take Mr. Spooky's place? No, he's not interested. There we go. Come on. Flawless. And we did a full circle. Yeah, that's exactly what just happened. Okay, so let's go through this teleporter, right? Because I remember, there we go. Now we are in the aquatic room. And then from here, we take this door. I can't believe we didn't take the gold here. Was it down here? No. It was here. Right? And she was on the other side, right? Of this pyramid room. Maybe we should go through this door. And of course, it's a wraith. Man, I'm just getting tired of fighting these ghostly fiends. Okay, nothing there. Let's keep going. How would she even be, like, safe here? Unless she's in charge of the undead, but... What was that flash? Did anyone see that flash? But it just seems odd, right? Like, considering everything that's going on here. That's a wraith. And I feel like this is where we need to be. So, let's make a new save. And, we'll delete some of those later. This seems to head somewhere, but I'm not sure if I want to take the plunge. It might be where we need to go, but I don't feel like it is, but so far my instincts are not helping me at all, but we're still going to follow them. What is she, a Nightblade? Yeah, she's a Nightblade. Some gold. A Dubious Tale of the Crystal Tower. That seems interesting, the Dubious Tale, and King Edward Part 1, since we have, what, Part 5, I think? Let's cast some healing. Let's just get rid of him. I don't want to deal with him, but he's just going to keep following us around. And of course, there's another one. There's an endless supply of them. So this is a complex room. Which way do we head? I'm not sure. Well, that's a dead end. I actually like dead ends in dungeons. Some places should just, you know, lead you where you're not supposed to go. And then you're left scratching your head. It's a headache, to be sure. And maybe even a bit stressful. But, you know, these things kind of happen. Some gold. Alright, so we're gonna leave that. We don't need it. Some lanterns, things are starting to look quite fancy. Maybe we are heading in the right direction. Maybe we should save. Yes, let's save. There's some switches there, some levers that I'm not sure that I want to push just yet. I haven't been realizing that I have been on the stealing mode again. How is that happening? I don't recall pressing F1. I mean, that must be the only way that it's happening, right? Okay, there's some powerful things in here. I'm wondering if we could cast some sort of spell that... Right? I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that train of thought. Here's a vampire. He's ancient. So he's quite deadly. He had some gold on him. I feel like some of those switches are not meant to be pulled. I do feel like we are going in the right direction, though. Yes, some of them are not meant to be pulled. Okay, so we might just have to fiddle around with the switches. This is going to be somewhat annoying. That closed the entrance, right? Let's put it back. Let's put this one back. And we're going to have to mess around with a sequence of switches, from what it seems. Alright, perfect. That was a success. I can't talk in my excitement. Because I feel like we're now heading in a direction that is the correct one. And Daggerfall, that happens. Right? You just get excited because you're heading now in the correct direction in a dungeon that can just go anywhere. And this guy's going to kill us? Okay, maybe not. Can we set up camp here? This is proving to be really dangerous for Draven's life expectancy. I hope we don't get attacked, or that we die just during sleep. And we don't. Lockpicking, stealth, dodging, and destruction. Great. Okay. This is a good sign. Yup, this is her. We found her in one video. I was assuming this was going to take, like, so many videos, but here she is. Greetings, sir. I am Medora Dyreni, former sorceress to the court of Daggerfall. I have an interest in helping you in your aim to exorcise the spirit of King Lysandus, but I can do little in my present circumstances. If you would pay a visit to a certain other sorceress, I can lift the curse on Dyreni Tower. Will you do this for me, sir? Yes, of course. I will be in your debt, sir. Nulfaga, the mother of my former Lord Lysandus, is a renowned mystic, but I have heard whispers that the loss of her son has turned her mad with grief. If this is not true, she can and will help me. I need a certain rare item, the horn of a great unicorn, to break the curse on Dyreni Tower. If Nulfaga is indeed mad, you must search her castle for this horn herself, and bring it back to me. I will expect you back in 61 days. So, we have to go to Nulfaga, who is Lysandus' mother, and we have to search Nulfaga's castle ourselves for a horn and come back here. What we could do now is cast Anchor here. So, but you know what? The dungeon's going to be a headache, right? To find. I'm not sure. I guess it's something we'll figure out in the next video. I think Nulfaga is mad from the loss of her son. But anyway, we have 61 days, right? So that's part of the main quest. We have to go to Nulfaga, who is in She Dungeon in the Rothgarian Mountains. I guess we might cast Recall here, because I think the worst thing that could happen is not getting the horn in time for her, and then, you know, like, we get lost in the dungeon again. I mean, we have the map, right? This is the room, although it doesn't stand out that much, really. I think maybe, I don't know. I'm debating, really, if it's worth to cast Recall here. I guess we could find our way out, but I don't want, the expedition out of this dungeon to take at least 6 videos. In the meantime, before I end the video here, I'm going to read a book, and maybe a book about the wild elves, right? Or the Epic of the Grey Falcon. Why does that sound so interesting? Right? Or, for now, the wild elves, maybe it's a lore book? Do we have it? I thought we had it. Maybe it's in the wagon. Yeah, it's in the wagon. These books are quite long. But if you're willing to stay for it, I'm willing to read the book. Or if not, just head to the next video where we leave Dyrene Tower. But for now, let's read the Epic of the Grey Falcon. As uncovered and translated by Anido Joan Royal, archaeologist from an ancient tome. This tale comes from sometime in the Second Era, most probably after the time of the Kanatin flu, or at least I have so surmised due to reasons in the text whether or not the tale is true. It remains an interesting story of survival. The reader will, I trust, forgive me if I translated the epic somewhat informally. The message, I think, is universal and should not be misread. Enjoy, gentle reader. The Epic of the Grey Falcon. Oh boy, this is quite the text. Should we read it? Why not? The Grey Falcon, a small warship of Somerset Isles, was patrolling deep in the ocean for a pirate that had been looting the coast. The first 3 weeks out were uneventful. 2 hours after sunset on the 22nd day out of port, the lookout spotted a top of a sail in the moonlight just on the horizon. "Sail! To starboard! Forward quarter!" the lookout of the Grey Falcon cried. The crew and captain of the Grey Falcon were quickly roused and stumbled to the deck. "'Tis the ship we're looking for, Captain," said the lookout. "All hands to battle stations, all archers to their posts." The captain yelled, "Full ahead." The 2 ships closed, and a dark figure stepped out into the forecastle of the pirate ship. The figure made a gesture with his hands, and a giant ball of... A giant ball of what? Of the Grey Falcon, a small warship of the Somerset Isles, was patrolling deep in the ocean for a pirate that had been looking... I'm sorry, hold on. Oh, a giant ball of fire struck the Grey... The way books translate in here is a little awkward, right? Because I went up and it okay, so never mind. The Grey Falcon, the ball of fire struck the Grey Falcon in her sails, quickly catching them aflame. The figure made another gesture. Large bolts of ice streaked out from his hands and hit the Grey Falcon just above and below the waterline, gouging large holes in her hull. The Grey Falcon was mortally wounded. The captain cried, "All hands abandon ship," as he was cut off by a pirate's arrow shot into his throat. As the Grey Falcon, aflame and listing badly, plunged into the sea, one of her sailors, Derek Seaspit, managed avoid the pirate arrows and spells to make his way to a lifeboat and lowered it into the darkest bellow. Just as the lifeboat entered the water, a quick gray shape jumped into it. Derek looked and saw it was Helnor Snarlsbane, a Khajiit mercenary assigned to the ship. The 2 rowed the small boat away. As the Grey Falcon finished her descent into the sea, in the darkness, the pirate ship missed their small craft. After the 2 rowed well out of the pirates' possible view, they both collapsed from exhaustion. Early morning the next day, they took in inventory of the lifeboat's stores. Normally, the lifeboat carries enough food and water to supply 7 people for at least 10 days in the place of the food, though Helnor found a note. the food in this lifeboat was found to be in violation of Somerset Navy regulation during inspection. In accordance to that article, the food was taken away and destroyed. That's kind of terrible, isn't it? A replacement may be obtained by redeeming this letter at the Port Supply Office. Signed, Lieutenant Inspector Windhollow. Helnor read aloud, said Derek to his Khajiit companion. We have plenty of water, but we are out of food. I don't know what we're going to do. I suppose we could try fishing, but we have no bait. There's no chance we can make it back to the land before we starve to death. 'Twill be over a month in this craft. Wait, I have an idea, said Helnor, with a gleam in his cat-like eye. 6 weeks later, the lifeboat entered the port of Corwich as it was tethered to the dock. A solitary figure was pulled out looking weather-beaten and thin. One of the dock workers peered into the life raft. After the figure was taken away to the port healer for treatment. What's this? A worker said to himself as he picked up a large bone from the boat. A bone bleached white by the sun. After the sole survivor of the Grey Falcon recovered from his ordeal, he was taken to the inquest for the death of Derek Seaspit and placed on a chair before the magistrate. We here in High Rock have a dim view of cannibalism. You'd better have a good reason for your actions. Oh, this is terrible. The Inquisitor boomed at Helnor Snarlsbane. By the lady, do you? Helnor stood and said, Your Honor, I had no choice. There was no food, and it was at least 2 months to the closest port. We both decided this was the only way someone would make it. Well then, I suppose that is understandable, if somewhat distasteful, the Inquisitor said. You think it was distasteful? Helnor muttered to himself. I didn't have any seasoning. That's Helnor's main concern, is that he didn't have seasoning. One final thing, Mr. Snarlsbane. How was it decided that you would be the one that would dine on the other? The toss of a coin? Helnor drew himself up and said, Your Honor, it was very simple. Derek Seaspit was a vegetarian. Case dismissed. Oh, that is just ridiculous. That is really, really ridiculous. A fun little story. I expected a story of action and daring and something crazy, but it was a fun little silly story. I had some difficulty reading it because the way Daggerfall handles the scrolling when you're reading a book is a bit off, and I could see why they changed it into the later Elder Scrolls games. So I'm sorry if my reading was terrible there. It's just really easy to read in the later Elder Scrolls games. But anyway, thanks for watching, and in the next video we will go to She Dungeon. And I will see you guys, and gentlemen, and ladies, and whoever is watching, it could be anybody, later.